The money at Newcastle in the last few seasons has made them contenders on Football Manager 26, whereas Sunderland's recent promotion and recruitment of young talent has made them a rather interesting project. So today my dad's taken over Newcastle. As we all know, he usually struggles when he has more money than he knows what to do with. While I have a tricky task of beating him on points across 5 seasons in this rebuild using Sunderland. So will Dad's Saudi money prevail, or can I pull off a surprise victory for the Black Cats? This week's rebuild, Sunderland versus Newcastle.
Yes.
Kind of nice to do Sunderland now that they're in the Premier League against their big rivals, of course.
They're doing well as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Really, I'll take my hat off to you boys. You're doing really well.
But of course, in Football Manager terms, you've definitely got the advantage. The money with Newcastle, obviously the more established side, some world-class players in there too.
Yeah.
Using the normal points tally, it's going to give you a big advantage that hopefully I can make very competitive within a couple of seasons, because it'll only take me a couple of years, I hope, to be able to bring Sunderland into a better position that might be knocking on the door to where you are.
I've got hope that I sort of get a few trophies and a few points in the bag the first couple of seasons, really, then I can just carry on from there.
Right, well, I've actually made one sign at the start of the season. We've bought in Mark Gui. I'm so sorry. Everybody always tells me how to say his name. Mark Gui. Why do I keep deciding to sign him? I don't know. But anyway, I signed him on loan.
Yeah.
It's just to give me another option up front. They don't. I think that might be their weakest position, to be fair, for Sunderland. But I'm going for a 4-1-4-1, which out of possession goes into a 4-2-3-1. DLF, we got 2 wingers. We got a good midfield. That's the main thing. Granit Xhaka has been sort of like amazing for Sunderland at the start of the season.
I think he was
really good on
the
this.
signing of the season in the Premier League.
Yeah, I agree. Then we've obviously got Habib Diarra, was another good signing, young midfielder as well, who can grow and develop quite well, and Siddiqui as well as another one like that. Noah Siddiqui, only 20. So midfield, we're really cooking. It's just the rest of the team we have to bring up to that level. Geertruida is a loan signing at Leipzig, so a great defender that we've only got for 1 season, but Alderate is actually quite good. Omar Alderate looks really good on this as a left-footed centre-back. Mukiele can play in sort of that role that I enjoy, that inside full-back, to allow the wing-back to go forward. So that's kind of how we're setting up this season in our little formation there. But we started off very well with a loss to West Ham, unfortunately, at home. 84th minute winner from Tadibo, but we got an away win against other rivals, I would say, in the relegation scrapping area of Burnley, 2-1 against them, and we beat Brentford 2-0. So we've started off very well.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be disappointed that you lost against Burnley in the Carabao Cup, but you're going to take that, really.
Yeah.
You'd rather win the league game.
Oh, absolutely, for now. Dad, though, it's not going well for yourself, but you have brought in a player at the start of the season.
Yes.
Giuliano Simeone.
Yeah, we all love his dad.
Yeah,
So,
well, I don't even know whether he does, to be honest.
No. Well, he came.
If you was acting like his dad, I don't think I'd like you.
When I approached him, he was quite eager to come, so I don't think he does like his dad. So,
but perfectionist personality, very good mental and physical
he's
attributes.
gonna be a lot like his dad, ain't he, really? But I mean, I looked at my team, and I've inherited a good side, I felt, really, and that to me was just the weak link of the team. So I just went out and got myself a right winger, and with the money I had available,
60 million's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, but I just felt he was worth it. He was good because he can play on both sides.
Right.
So,
okay.
That was the main reason I got him. I don't think I'll need him the other side. I think it was 2 or 3 players that can play that side, but he's available if I get a load of injuries.
All right. Well, you're starting off with a 4-3-3 formation, dropping into a 4-2-3-1. We got Voltemada and Livramento being locked in.
Yeah,
good call from the Livramento, I think.
I mean, Trippier is going to get that spot every time, I feel, and I didn't want that. I feel that Trippier's at the stage now where he's getting a little bit slower now, and I wanted this guy to come through, give him a chance right from the beginning. My other the left back, Hall, he's going to be...
He's great.
Lewis Hall, he's going to be really good. So, and I didn't have to lock him in, which I would have done if he didn't get that from Dan Burn, but he got the position, so I'm quite happy with that as well. Yeah, and I had to lock a striker in. I want to see what he's going to do for me for the first season, so I'm going to give him the whole season really there.
I like him as a striker, you know?
I do like him. He is good, I feel. He's good German, really. He's going to cause a lot of trouble in the World Cup, I feel.
Yeah, I agree, yeah. Very good up front, can hold the ball. Quite skillful for a big man.
He is, yeah. He's good with his feet, yeah. And like you say, he
just seems to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he reads the game very, very well, I feel.
Yeah, good hold-up play. So, good start to the... Well, good signings. However, not a great start to the season for you, Dad. Very bad start, in fact. And you had to change around that system.
Yeah, I did a little bit.
Because you haven't even scored a goal yet.
I lost a good striker, and we talk about how good he is, and he's let me down.
Hasn't scored yet.
Yeah, so, all right, I've had a bad start, but early days.
All right.
Early days.
Switch around the tactic. We'll see how it plays out. Of course, you've got Champions League football. You've got Galatasaray at home. Fenerbahce, you've got both the Turkish sides there.
That's not going to be easy.
Karabag, Atalanta, Bayern Munich is the big one there. PSV, Dortmund, and Atletico Madrid. So will he play against his dad?
I love him to win.
I'd say that's quite an easy Champions League phase, really.
It is and it ain't, really. I mean, you're going away to Turkey in one of the games. Galatasaray don't travel well, so I would say I would take that as a win. Fenerbahce away, that's not going to be an easy game. Then I got Bayern Munich, but there's a couple of hard ones, but I would be disappointed if I don't go through.
Yeah,
Put it that way with the players, the caliber of players that I've got.
All right. Well, let's see what happens then in season number 1 of this derby between Newcastle and Sunderland. Well, you recovered well, Dad. Finishing in 3rd place.
A bit disappointed with the start now. It's let me down drastically, innit? But I'm going to take that. Take that as a good...
Because those 9 points would have meant you had finished top.
Yeah.
Well, 2nd in the league, only behind goal difference of Liverpool, who were champions. Oh, I bet you wish Spurs could do this in real life, don't you? We're recording this just as he's been sacked.
Just after the Newcastle game.
Yeah. Hilariously. But yeah, I'm down in 15th place. If you're wondering why my screen looks very different, I've downloaded a new skin. Mr. Teeny, who does the retro databases, he has created this skin, so I'll leave a link to it in the description if you want to give it a go. If you think this looks a lot better than your screen, then by all means give it a go, because I quite like it. This is the first time I'm really using it, still getting used to it. Burnley, Fulham and Wolves going down, so Fulham's probably the biggest team there going down. I'm quite surprised by that, but yeah, I'm down in 15th place, 43 points, still survives by 8 points, so I am happy. However,
in real life, there's 2 teams there that probably are going to go down.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I mean, Spurs could replace Fulham.
You could go down there with them. However, in the cups, Manchester City won the FA Cup. The Carabao Cup was won by Arsenal. But Dad, you were very unlucky because you got to the Champions League final and only lost 1-0 to Manchester City in the 95th minute. Very
After
unlucky.
all I've said, I hate late goals.
Yeah.
Disappointed with that, but I'm chuffed to bits that we got to the final. So it goes to show that that bad start of the season cost me in the league, but I got better as the season went through, and I got myself to the Champions League final. I can't do more than that.
No, so the league phase, you finished in the top 6, which is great. So you only lost to Atalanta away. You drew 2 games to Dortmund and Atletico Madrid and won 5 of them. So you did beat both the Turkish sides, 5-4 against Galatasaray.
I think the biggest result there was beating Bayern Munich 4-1.
Yeah,
good result.
Huge result.
Yeah.
And PSV, to be fair, you've got a decent side.
Yeah,
beat them 4-0.
Yeah.
Very good. I mean, even the 2 El Clasico sides finished below you. Yeah, very good in the knockout, or round of 16. Then you beat Dortmund again, 2-0 on aggregate. Quarterfinals, knocking out Atletico Madrid. So you had to play him again.
Did he score?
And you had to do it.
Did he
so
score?
We'll have a look. We'll click on that and have a look. The semi-final, Real Madrid, 7-6.
That's a hell of a result.
Great result there.
Yeah.
So it's been a fantastic Champions League campaign and very unlucky, really. 2-1 away to Atletico Madrid. He didn't score there. Voltemada and Shah. And 3-0 at home. Jacob Ramsey got 2 and Livramento got 1. So he didn't score against his dad to knock them out. But yeah, there we go. So, but yeah, what a result against Real Madrid there. Especially that 6-3 home win, which goals were scored in the 91st and the 98th minute. Which has actually put you through to the final.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. Big wins there. So let's have a look at this side then. 29 goals from Voltemada, 16 from Simeone and 11 assists. We got 12 from Jacob Ramsey, 12 from Anthony Gordon. You also got 17 assists, which is good.
That's good. That's why I wanted
Livramento, 18 assists. And look how good he is already. Just from locking him in that one season.
18 assists from that position, locking him in. I paid off a treat, didn't it? That's my 2 centre back. I mean, 2 wide backs all sorted out for me, really, isn't it?
Yeah, because Lewis Hall also did really well. He got 13 assists. So
yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Fantastic start. And you've been given £147 million to spend.
Oh, thank you very much.
This summer, even though you're in minus 55. Makes no sense. But there we go. So
got to the final, didn't I? The Champions League.
Yeah, that's true. My Sunderland team then. I think we might be lacking goals, being Brian Brobby did score 14, but then Adingra, which was the second highest scorer, only got 6. Xhaka got 4 as well. Yeah, we're struggling to score goals. I might need to go a little bit more attacking next season, but will I have any money to bring anybody in? £44 million, no wage budget out of that though, so I'd have to put some of that into the wages. So I'm going to have to be smart with my transfers in. in. But let's have a look at the results between each other then in the Premier League. We didn't have a check of that. You lost 8 games, Dad. Not one of them was against me. However, we did draw a game. So you do win another point, as well as finishing above me. You win another point for beating me in the league. But I managed to draw one of those games. So, yeah, points-wise, let's have a look. Season 1 points to Luke with 0. Dad with 2.
My key signing for Season 2 is a centre-back. For 56 million, I have bought Bade in to strengthen up my options at the back.
My key signing for the second season was also a centre-back in Decore from Strasbourg. £27 million for the young French defender, who can also cover as a defensive midfielder. I've had a few signings that we have brought into the club. Decore for me was my key sign at £25 million, but he wasn't my most expensive. Yuki Soma joined on a free transfer, so a good attacking midfielder, Japanese. Not going to be starting, but I am changing tactics to try and score more goals. The guy who will be starting in that attacking midfield position is Mario Stroikens, 21-year-old from DR Congo, but I bought him from Belgium. So he played at Anderlecht. He does look quite good, and he has a good potential. If I can get it out of him, could be a key player for us that I haven't really used yet on Football Manager 26. So some good with both feet as well. Good technique, first touch passing ability, composed on the ball, good vision. But he cost me quite a bit of money. £30 million considering he come from the Belgian league. And he has done quite well already, 21 years of age. But then I've also brought in Ruben Neves, who as a free transfer is a bargain and a very good player to go alongside, of course, Granit Xhaka and add to our very good midfield that we already have. What I'm thinking is Granit Xhaka, I don't know how much longer he'll keep staying around. Obviously, he was already like 33 years of age. So at least when he does go, Ruben Neves can then take that role as like our key experienced midfielder alongside a couple of youngsters as we bring them in. So that's kind of my my transfers ins and outs. And the tactics that I've changed it to, we're going a little bit ballsy. So we've gone 4 at the back, but with advanced wing backs. That drops into a 4-2-3-1 where everybody's pulled back. So it is kind of a 4-2-3-1, but with higher wing backs. So that's kind of what we're set up. And I'm going to try and lock in Mayenda up front. I think he could be better in the long run over Brian Brobby. So we'll see how he does up front. He was in the youth team last year, played a little bit, did score a few goals in the youth academy, but as you can see, Brobby tends to go up front if he isn't locked in. So very similar team that we already had. Decore, Stroikens comes in. The rest of the team is sort of lined up. Neves also takes that centre midfield spot. So the 2 centre midfielders that we also had will tend to get a lot of minutes off the bench, I guess, but I don't think it's going to disrupt them too much in the long run. The start of the season, though, has been a little bit tough for us. However, we have already beaten you, which was our only win.
4-1 as well.
4-1, an absolute hammering.
Yeah, it was.
Adingra, Botman, Neves,
Sirkin.
Yeah,
come on.
Tonali really helped us out there, to be fair. But a draw to Forest, another red card. We had that one. A draw to Chelsea. 2 good results, to be honest, to start things off. Then I lost to Spurs in the 93rd minute, and we were 1-0 up until the 87th as well. Difficult. And we lost on penalties to Manchester United in the Carabao Cup. So we're not going very far in the Cups, but still. Now, Dad, you had a lot of money.
Yes, I did, yeah.
You brought in quite a lot of players, but Bade was obviously your key signing. Good defender.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of cover in my sort of defensive sort of centre-back, so I knew I needed someone to come in. Whether he'll go first team, I don't know, but I've got him to sort of come into the first team.
A few players on the outs, Harvey Barnes being the main one for £10 million, but
I thought it was a good price for him, so I just took the money, really.
The players that you brought in, I think your best bargain was Thuram.
Yeah, I've got a really strong midfield, but I didn't have no backup, and for 26 million, what a buy this was. Real Madrid was sniffing around him.
Yeah.
I went back and offered him more money, and he accepted and came back in. So, yeah. So, I'm pleased, just a bit really, that I've got him in the team. It's a good addition to have into my midfield. Yeah. Plays in both positions, so yeah, good.
Well, his dad, of course, Lillian, and his brother Marcus, very good players as well. Santiago Castro from Bologna, £65 million. It's one of those players that you tend to see on this game either do amazing or terrible.
I'm hoping I bought the amazing one. I just fancied a sort of striker that I don't think I've used before. I'm not sure, but I'm sure I haven't. I'm hoping that I've bought him this time, that he's going to be really good. So, yep. I needed another striker as backup. I'm going to let them fight it out.
Yeah. He is I mean, it's no longer on the game, but the pressing forward, he's perfect for it.
Yeah.
If you think he has 18 aggression, 18 work rate.
That's what I like.
The team work's good, the strength's good, the pace is good.
Yeah.
pressing forward, he would be amazing for it. It's a shame that they don't have that.
He's going to be that type of striker. I mean, he's 6 foot as well, so he's tall for you. He's going to be horrible to play against, and that's what I like when they got their bit of aggression.
Bart Verbruggen was your final signing.
I needed
goal.
A top keeper, and
got the curse.
I felt he got injured straight away. Yeah, felt he is a good keeper to bring into the team, really. So that's what I've got him for, really. I had to pay a bit of money for him, but. Yeah, I mean, there's dearer keepers out there which are probably a little bit better, but I think I've got a little bit of bargain there as well.
I mean, Ramsdale went back on loan. He was only on loan, wasn't he? So he's returned to his former club. So obviously it would have just been Nick Pope and Vlachi Dumos, who you needed a good backup anyway. So bringing in a main goalkeeper instead of Nick Pope, who is 34 as well. And
that's what I had to look at as well.
Young keeper. Yeah, it's a good move, to be honest. Okay, so keeping the same as what you had last season. I mean, you got to the Champions League final, so it can't be too bad. But if you look at the best 11 pick, Livramento goes straight in there now. Bade goes in next to Botman, as does Verbruggen and Thuram. So a lot of the players coming into the first team straight away. Castro, you'd expect to drop down to be on the bench anyway.
Yeah.
But what are replacements come in for Voltemada when you need him?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it's a good strong side, especially on midfield and defence now. Very, very strong.
Yeah. Now, start the season outside of the Sunderland loss.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Where I get a point, first point on the board. You had a great start.
Yeah, good win against Brentford at home. I'd expect that, but to beat Leeds away.
Yeah, I mean Santiago really Castro as well on his debut, coming off the bench and
that's a good start for him. Yeah,
scoring the win in the 91st minute.
But beating Leeds away from home and then just following it on with beating Liverpool, just thought, I'm on a roll now.
With Isak scoring in the 90th.
Yeah, I'm going to give Sunderland a right hammer in here, and I'm sorry, Geordies, but I've let you all down.
Yeah,
you give me an hammer.
Tonali let you down, really.
Yeah.
3rd minute.
Yeah, so I'm a bit disappointed with that. I apologise right here now. Better start than last season.
Champions League, again, you've got Bayern Munich, but the other games look really easy. Yeah. Poulsen, Copenhagen, what's this? This is supposed to be the Champions League.
Yeah.
Atalanta, Union, Saint-Gilloise. Yeah. Like, what's going on here? You've been given 3 very easy games.
I should be in that top.
Lazio?
I should be in that top group, really, shouldn't I?
Villarreal?
Yes.
What is... You've had, one difficult game, and then Dortmund and Atalanta.
And Dortmund, I'd given hammer in twice last season, I think, tonight. So, I'm going to take that.
Very good advantage in the Champions League. All right, season number 2 then. I've got some catching up to do, but I think some good signings in there. Let's see what happens. All right, season number 2. You just dropped off from 2nd place, Dad. You're up there with City. The last game cost you a draw to Everton.
Yeah.
And I lost to Manchester City, which meant they actually overtook you.
Yeah.
However, the bottom is unbelievable.
Wow.
Because I might have gone down, but Manchester United lost 3-0 to Bournemouth, and they got relegated on 38 points.
That is unbelievable, isn't it?
What an end to the season. Neither of us wanted to stay up by the looks of it. Bournemouth beating Manchester United actually got them relegated. 38 points. That's crazy. That could genuinely happen to Spurs this season. Bournemouth beat Manchester United. Man City beat Sunderland.
I'm in shock, to be honest with Man United going down.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take that joint second.
I'll survive by the skin of my teeth. 20 losses. There's the other one. Obviously, I beat you at the first start of the season.
Yeah.
Lost against you 4-1 in the second time we played each other. So it was a 4-1.
Yeah, so I'm pleased with that. Got my own back on you.
Yeah, unfortunately, you are at the very different end of the table for me. But I still can't. That's absolutely crazy. So, Knutson, surely that can't be their actual manager. Is that an interim? Right now, that can't be the manager. It genuinely is. I've never heard of him. So Tuchel got sacked in this season. Yeah, in the November. Amarin obviously was still in charge at the start of the game because we haven't got the update for that yet. But Knutson, who was the manager of Bodo Glimt, got Manchester United relegated. Now, I know Bodo Glimt has done very well recently, but I can't help but feeling that serves you right.
Yeah, definitely.
Going from Tuchel to Knutson, who I'll be honest, I didn't know that he was Bodo Glimt manager until I seen it. Yeah, so kind of serves you right for getting relegated. Manchester United going down in the second season is crazy. Okay, anyway. Outside of that, any player statistics that we got to look at there? I mean, Simeone's done quite well for... Oh, no, hold on. Again, it's not easy to read this, is it? Right, Tierno Barry, 33 goals was scored. Castro with 15, Simeone with 13. So, Voltemada, not there. He's down all the way down there.
Yes. With
just 10. No players for me, though. We're on Newcastle. You have gone on and won the FA Cup.
My favourite cup.
So that's the first trophy of this 3 points.
Yeah, pleased with that.
Against Keith Andrews' Brentford.
I'm
Jacob Ramsey scoring the winner.
I'm pleased with Jacob Ramsey scoring because he's not making my first team.
Yeah.
With the midfield that I've got, it's going to be hard for him. He's going to take the bits and pieces that he's given, but looks like he's doing well for me doing it.
Absolutely. So Carabao Cup was won by Bournemouth, so they've had a good season. Beat Spurs in the final there. However, got to the semi-final of the Champions League this time round, which is quite unlucky, really. Yes. Losing to Bayern Munich, who of course we faced in the cup.
They got their own back on me from last season. They're giving them an hammering.
So let's have a look at that journey then. League phase again, finishing there in that top 8.
Yeah, that's where I expected it to be.
Only losing to the 2 German sides, winning the 6. I'm not surprised when you've got those other 6 clubs that you're facing. You should be going through the top 6.
100%, yeah.
Round of 16, knocking out Dortmund. So you got your revenge straight away, knocking out them. That's twice you've done that, I swear. Quarter-final. Beating Galatasaray 6-0.
6-0 in aggregate. That means I went to hell and won as well. Yeah, get in.
4-0 away from home.
Yeah.
And then Bayern Munich, of course, beat you there.
Yeah, so I'll take defeat.
Never mind. Yeah. Goals-wise, then, let's have a look. 26 from Santiago Castro. Seemed to play quite a lot.
I let them fight it out, and they got like 30, 45 goals between them. So, yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Yeah. Simeone and Anthony Gordon both getting 17 and 13 as well. Yeah.
Simeone doing this well for me. Yeah, pleased with
Livramento, 13 assists, still doing well. Lewis Hall getting 11.
Yeah.
Good setup already.
Good there. All good, looking good. And
121 million.
Go now. Oh, look out now.
Yeah, what's going to happen next? However, there is an alarmingly bad amount of statistics for me because goals-wise, my top scorer was a Dingra with 8. Ooh. That's terrible.
How the hell did you survive?
Where is Mayenda? Did he leave halfway through the season? What happened to that? He's just like kind of disappeared. But he has not scored a lot of goals at all, and we need to rectify that. We've only got £38 million to spend as well, so I need to find somebody who's going to score goals for quite a cheap cost, or else I could be in deep trouble, really. But we have got a point on the board. That's the main thing, and by the looks of it, we haven't been sacked yet. We should be keeping our job going into season number 3, despite scrapping with relegation. I think if we were relegated, we would have been gone, along with West Ham and Sheffield United. But Manchester United have done worse somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's have a look at the points. Season 2 points are Mega Luke with 1 and Dad with 5, meaning the total points are Luke with 1 and Dad with 7.
With a first team midfielder leaving the club this summer, I brought in the perfect replacement in Vitinha. From PSG, he cost me over 160 million, but he is a world-class midfield option.
I finally brought a striker worthy enough for the Premier League as Francolinho joins the club from Denmark, costing me over £40 million with add-on, who has everything that we need. Pace, power and accuracy to score goals for Sunderland. Yes, Dad, finally got my striker, but I've also got some other options too because I front-loaded it with installments, knowing that I haven't got a lot of money.
Yeah.
So although he did cost me £42 million, I still had enough to bring in another attacking threat in Saeed El Mala. 21 years of age, can play on both wings or up front, and I think this guy could be the one that unlocks the goals for Francolinho. Francolinho's unbelievable, but it's no good having a Rolls Royce up front if you've got a Skoda in behind passing them the ball.
Hey, what's wrong with the Skoda?
You don't even drive a Skoda. Don't back them up.
They were terrible in my time.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
They're better now.
I remember as a kid, Skoda used to get so much stick.
So much jokes on the Skodas, yeah.
But they actually turn out to be quite nice cars. So I do apologise if you've got a Skoda. It was just the first thing that comes to my head. What else would be a terrible car that you'd put in there?
I was going to say Ford.
That's a good point. Yeah, good point. So Saeed Al-Mala has joined that to kind of up the calibre of players that are going to be supplying the ball to Francolinho, and I think for £13 million, that's a really good option for us.
Yeah, good price.
Keeping the players that we had in and around anyway, I'm going a little bit ballsy because I think we need to at this point. We're going into season 3 with hardly any points. And one weakness we really did have is our fullbacks. They're just not very good. And Reynaldo, I ain't even registered for the season. He's got no pace about him. He's 33. It's a position that if I had money, I would improve. But we just don't. And I really needed that striker. So that's the reason why Francolinho's in and no other fullbacks are. So I've played something similar to this in the past, but I've tweaked it to sort of suit the amount of midfielders that we've got and to go with wingers. So Talbi and El Mala on the wings with Francolinho up front. Good midfield 3 with Ruben Neves supplying that, and then we've got a 3 at the back, which can work quite well on Football Manager. So we'll see how that goes. Now, Dad, big money was spent.
Yes.
And people were like, 160 million on Vitinha. Well, you did make 135 on Sandro Tonali.
I mean, Spurs came in with the first couple of offers, and I kept on turning them down, and he got hold of me and said he was disappointed wanted, and I'm not letting him go. So I just pushed the boat out and just sort of said to Spurs, if you want to pay up front 135 million, I'll take it. I did.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take it. So, yeah.
168 for Vitinha, which I think is
a better
he's a better player.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to play in both the positions there. He was just so good on the ball as well, this guy. You know, it was a no-brainer for me, really.
Yeah. My old player, Geertruida.
Yes,
it's gone.
I looked at this and I thought, well, he's not going to be in my first team.
Just covers so many positions,
but he just covers all the positions, yeah, and he's good at that as well. So really good reserve player to have in the team.
Yeah, especially for only £35 million, really.
Bargain, really, yeah.
But who might start is William Pacho
for
£80 million.
Another good sort of centre back. So I'm
left-footed too.
Building up my sort of centre backs now. I think I've got 4 good ones now in there. So and that's what you need to be good in Europe as well. You get an injury and you just got one of these players and just drop in there. So pleased to get this guy. It was a good signing.
And then your final signing, Mika Gods, £37 million for Ajax. Got 2 goals and 3 assists and 2 appearances already.
Yeah,
so he started off very well.
Yeah, I bought this guy in. I'm not expecting him to get in the first team, but he'll play both wings. If Simone or Gordon gets injured, this guy just drops right into that position for me.
Still young, good potential as well.
Yeah, I felt that was a good buy for me.
Yeah, he's a good player. So keeping the same tactic.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you change it at this point? But the best 11 pick, for some reason, puts Voltemada on the right. But
I was surprised
not
at that.
the worst thing to happen, really.
I'm going to let it go. I mean, he's still a danger. He's going to be coming into that area where he's going to be very, very dangerous. We know what Gordon could do on that flank on the other side, so he's just going to be coming in and just picking up anything that Gordon puts across the box.
All right, well, start of the season has been very good for you, not so good for me. So it's a bit of a difference compared to the season number 1, because you've won all the games so far, and you've even knocked 8 past Coventry. Which is huge result.
Yeah,
so
5 past Ipswich as well. So
and
teams are
Voltemada
sort of coming up.
Booming goals.
Yes, yeah, I'm sort of pleased with that.
3, 4, 5 there.
Yeah, it's looking like it's got a good move for him to be out on that wing then.
Yeah.
So yeah,
5-0 against Ipswich, 3-2 against Arsenal.
That's the main result. I think there is a really good one there is beating Arsenal.
The only bad start was the Liverpool in the Community Shield.
It's a Mickey Mouse Cup. Who wants to win the charity shield? No one really wants that cup, really.
No, never. 2-0 against Coventry to get yourself through. Now, start of the season for me has been quite the opposite because I have yet to win a game outside of the Carabao Cup where I beat Port Vale and Nottingham Forest on penalties. But I've lost 4-1 to Spurs. Francolino scored in that one, though. Lost to Crystal Palace, Leicester, and Liverpool 2-1, which, the tactic that I'm using is not exactly the tactic that I was using in these games either. So it is a risk what I'm playing because it went into like this game against Spurs. I was like, my fullbacks are terrible. You can see I was playing with Sirkin Mukiele at fullback, and I thought I need to change something. So what we're using right now is a massive gamble to see if it pays off for season number 3, because right now we need a bit of a miracle. So let's see what happens. Well, a miracle was kind of given. 9th place. I will take that.
Yes, well done.
Absolutely take that. Newcastle, 4th place, Dad. Happy?
No, drop down position. I mean, I'm only 1 point beyond Chelsea, really. I felt my team was stronger this season. I felt I had a better side this season.
Yeah.
So I'm disappointed. Yeah, very disappointed, really.
In the player statistics, you might not be, because if we're looking at the attacking side of the game and goals, Voltemada, 24 goals. I mean, 5 of them were in the same game, granted, but still very good.
Yes. Yeah, I've got to be happy with that.
Him and Tierno Barry, who seems to score so many goals for Everton.
I think I found myself a new right winger.
Yeah. And Francolino. Finally, we've got a player in there. Yes. 17. Look at that. Lovely stuff. So not bad from Francolino in his first season in the Premier League. Finally, we're scoring goals, and that's the main thing. You finished the season, by the way, with a 7-0 win against Brentford.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm beating Bournemouth drawing Bournemouth there 1-1. However, the Sunderland fans, that wasn't the final game of the season for us, because we also lifted the FA Cup. Come on, we've played West Brom of the Championship. It doesn't get much better than that. And we beat them 3-1 after going 1-0 down in the 2nd minute. Equalising in the 3rd.
Great cup
Ruben
final.
Neves making it 2-1 in the 7th. What a cup final. So yeah, really happy with that, how we've pulled that off. A trophy for Sunderland. Lovely stuff. 3 points to put our name on the board there. But looking at the Premier League, obviously you get a point for finishing higher. The results between each other, didn't beat you. We didn't even draw against you. We lost both games of the season against you. So you get 3 points back straight away, which means 3 points we just won for the FA Cup has been wiped already. But never mind. We still won a trophy, and that's the main thing. Manchester City won the Carabao Cup, which means Dad didn't win it. And in the Champions League quarter-final, you're going backwards.
Yeah.
You're slowly going backwards. Quarter-final against Inter Milan. PSG just beat Real Madrid in the final. So in the quarter-finals, you lost 4-2 to Inter.
Wonder with that.
Round of 16, though, you did beat Arsenal.
Get in.
Knockout playoff round, which you did play this year. Atletico Madrid. Yeah. In the league phase, finishing in fourth place.
Dropped down there as well. That's a bit disappointing, isn't it?
Lost their way to Galatasaray. Welcome to hell.
I lost to Atletico Madrid.
Yeah. 1-1 against Marseille and 4 wins against Stuttgart, Antwerp, Benfica, and beating Barcelona too.
Yeah.
So some good results in there. Let's have a look then at the goals across the season. 31 for Voltemada.
Yes, really good. Next one's Castro's let me down.
Castro, 39 starts, only 12 goals.
Yeah, that's a bit disappointing, isn't it? So I'd say Voltemada's probably played quite a few at striker, really.
Yeah, by the looks of it.
Simone's played 24 games, 10 goals, so I reckon they swapped it about there.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, let's have a look at your money before we take a look at how my side did. Your money for next season, just 162. So yeah, don't know what you're going to do with that. Let's see then. I've been given £50 million to spend, which is nice. That's a little bit more. 17 goals for Francolino. It's just nice to see double figures, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Tarby with 12 assists, which is great. Saeed Al-Mala, bit disappointing in terms of the statistics. Only 4 goals and 7 assists, but the development's there. 21 years of age. I need to find a way of getting him to have more assists this season. The development's there. Why isn't the statistics?
Ruben Neves is your biggest surprise there as
9 goals,
the second leading goal scorer.
Yeah, so from that centre, I think he's a penalty taker too, but yeah, he's been attacking the box late, isn't he? Chris Rigg doing quite well.
Yeah.
Sunderland fans will be pleased to see that. A youngster come through the academy, 8 goals, 8 assists, 25 league appearances starting off. So with us playing 4 midfielders now, he's going to get more game time, and that's good.
Someone to watch in the future, I think.
Yeah, 20 years of age. There's a lot of people talking about how good he could really be as well in real life. So I'm excited to see that. But yeah, what can I do with this £50 million? And will I be keeping this tactic next season, considering we won the FA Cup and finished in 9th place? Again, like you, if we had those at least 9 points at the start of the season out of the 12 we didn't win, that would have put me above Manchester City.
Yeah.
62 points. And Villa, it would have put me in 6th place. So considering this tactic, we didn't use it until we actually started simulating the season. Yeah, maybe this is something that we could do. Manchester United might be back next year, though.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Don't know. We don't know where they will be. They don't come out. That's
looking
crazy.
at the bottom as well. Ipswich and Coventry went down. That was 2 teams I'd give it an absolute roast into, didn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Man United come up as champions, so they will be back in the Premier League this season. Under Knutson, still. What?
Did he keep his job?
What is happening? But some of the players, I mean, they still had Cunha. They had Eze in there. Yeah, and Burma went out on loan, and he's transferred, so he's going to Spurs. That's quite funny, isn't it? I do like to see what clubs do when they get relegated, because I think Bruno Fernandes has clearly left the club, which I'm not too surprised with, to be honest, because they had transfers out, £455 million going out. That's absolutely insane. So Kobe Mainu left, Sesko left, Hoyland left, Ahmad, Lautaro Martinez. They had Mark Gehi. He left. Xerxes, Lenny Yoro, Diogo Dalot. Somebody paid £28 million for Diogo Dalot. That's absolutely insane. Yeah.
He's an idiot. We've always said he's an idiot.
Yeah. Mazraoui left, as did Bruno Fernandes, for only £19 million. A bargain for Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, yeah, you buy him. Even he's 33, you still buy him.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's have a look then at the points before we go into season number 4. Season 3 points are Mega Luke with 3 and Dad with 3, meaning the total points going into the 4th season is Luke with 4 and Dad with 10.
My key signing for season 4 is Michael Elise, a world-class right winger that cost me $133 million.
My key signing in season 4 is straight out of the Omega Dad handbook in Richest, who joins as my new number 1 in goal for $28 million. Right, Dad, new goalkeeper joining for me in Richest, but I've also got 2 players coming in, 1 in midfield, 1 in defence. This is straight out of, I think, FM23, because it's 3 FM23 Wonder Kids. We've got Erkan Kürçü from Besiktas, £24 million. A good midfielder, good attacking midfielder as well going forward. Passing, the long shots, finishing ability, etc. is there. Something that I kind of need is somebody to add goals from deep. And this is what I'm hoping that this man can do. 27 years of age, he's in his prime years now. So let's see what he can do for us. At Sunderland, and Umar Soleil from Udinese, £12 million. Very good defence, well, sort of centre-back defender, but doesn't have the pace that he used to once have in Football Manager, and maybe not as rated as highly as what he used to be. But for the price that I paid, I'm okay with it.
He's like a giant, and he's 6'4", but he can jump and reach 16.
Good strength, brave, anticipates. But
I don't think he needs the pace, to be honest with you, really.
No, so just maybe he just needs better concentration, decision making. But there we go. So my Sunderland side now, working quite well with this tactic last season. We're going with it again. Chris Rigg in that channel midfielder role, locking him in at 21 years of age now. Let's give him the game time that I think he deserves. Let's pump some of these blues into yellows and make the most out of Chris Rigg for the last couple of seasons that we've got. For the rest of the 11, if we're going best 11, you can see Siddiqui, Diarra, Erkan Kurcu, and Neves all go in. And that's because Granit Xhaka has left the club on a free. Out of contract, 35 years of age, left the club. My front three of El Mala, Francolinho, and Talbi, I'm very happy with. I think they could definitely score some goals, some more, and that they get used to playing with each other. So that's good. And my defence is all right, to be fair. We ain't got a bad defence. You're signing though, Dad.
Yes.
Elise. Quite a big deal.
It is a big deal. I locked up my team really, and I just had a weakness over there. It's Simone wasn't doing it, and he's injured as well, and it was taking my striker across to that side, and I didn't really want him to be over there really. So I thought, right, I'm going to go out, spend big on one position, and I just don't think you can get any better than what in Michael Elise. So
in that position,
for sure, yeah, definitely. So I was happy with the rest of my team. So I filled one position. You're always telling me to go big on one.
Finally learning.
I've done it. So
finally learning. Normally, when you've got £150 million, you'll buy 6 players for 40 million. None of them get into your team, and I'm going, finally, you're doing the right thing.
There's two players in that team I've bought big. So and they're key players in this team. So I'm expecting big things.
Yeah,
these guys really.
Right. Well, let's see. Start of the season, keeping the same tactic as well, because you've been doing quite well. But fair. Start of the season, draw away to Arsenal to kick things off. Very good.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, considering they only scored in the 91st minute, and you had Elise on his debut, sent off in 4 minutes.
What's going on? So I played with 10 men. The main player I got in to do me the sort of get the season going, and in 4 minutes he lasted.
4 minutes. So, 2-0 against Man City. In the game after, though, very good. Norwich 3-1 away from home. Again, really solid. Then just scraped through against Accrington Stanley.
Who?
Exactly. So, just scraping through.
I don't know what happened there, but I'm still in it, so thank God for that.
But there we go. So, you got Champions League games, Atletico Madrid and Dortmund again.
Dortmund again, yeah.
And Atletico Madrid, Salzburg, Young Boys. You're getting the easy... Leon, Barcelona, all right.
You got to have one
Galatasaray again, and Ludogorets. You're getting so easy games. So many easy games in the league phase. Yeah. Ridiculous. Let's have a look how we have started off here at Sunderland. I'm out of the Carabao Cup for Oxford. Yeah, Andrew Moran scored there. In the Community Shield, we lost to Arsenal in the 96th minute because of Bukayo Saka, but it's only the Community Shield. Beat Spurs 2-1 to kick things off. Francolinho with the winner there. Beat Manchester United at Old Trafford, who have Cunha and Eberechi. Okay, fair enough. Dan Neal scored 2 goals in that, Francolinho and Adingra. Then Brentford 2-1. Erkan Kurcu set things off there with Ruben Neves scoring from the penalty spot.
Great start in the league.
Yeah, we've got Europa League football, and arguably my fixtures are harder. There are some okay ones in there. We got Tel Aviv, we got Lech, we got Shakhtar Donetsk, PAOK. We've got Union Saint-Gilloise, Trabzonspor, and the final 2 games, Red Star and Victoria Pilsen. So
good chance to get some points on the board for you with that, in being in that, though, isn't it?
That's it. Now there is some difficult games in here. So the likes of Ajax, of course, Leverkusen could be difficult. Even Bournemouth to an extent. Liverpool's in there. Yeah,
they're going to be the favourites. Napoli
as well. So I don't expect to win it this season. I think there's 2 or 3 teams that are probably better than us.
You could call it now and say Liverpool-Napoli final?
If the draw goes that way, potentially.
Yeah.
We'll absolutely. Right, let's see what happens then. Season number 4. Can I catch you up in the points? Well, Dad.
Come on.
champions
Yes.
of England.
Only lost 5 games, same as Arsenal. Get in there.
Premier League winners.
Arsenal.
Yeah, they drew 13 games.
Come on.
Lost 5 games, didn't lose to Sunderland, didn't draw either. So you beat me in both, 1-0 and 2-1.
Yeah.
Damn.
Close games.
And I had an okay season as well,
You've
down
had
in
a good
8th.
season, finishing 8th. Yeah, well done.
And we know Europa League or Europa Conference. It might get Europa Conference League,
Yeah.
actually, depending on who else won it. But yeah, that's disappointing. But yeah, well done. Premier League winners.
Pleased with that.
Player statistics. Let's have a look to see if you had the most goals. Ollie Watkins scored 28, even though he is 33 years of age now. Kolo Muani, who plays for Arsenal, so he's played for both North London sides there. Tiano Barry seems to be scoring quite a lot. Francolino and Santiago Castro, so no Voltemada.
No.
Elise's there with Anthony Gordon. Voltemada down there with just 10.
I think there was
Played
going to be a
30
case.
games, though.
Yeah, it was going to be a case of the 2 strikers to fight it out between them, and that's why I brought Michael Elise in for, really, to stop them from going to the wing.
Yeah.
I think that's what was happening. So it stopped that from happening. So they were playing for one position, I felt then.
Let's have a look. The other games in the other competition, FA Cup, Dad.
Yes, come on.
4-0 winners in that too.
Yes, get in.
Castro over Brace, Livramento and Michael Elise scoring the goals there against a very bizarre Manchester United team under Knutson. Of course, they got relegated.
Yeah.
Now they've got the likes of Cunha playing as a false 9, Rashford, Eze, Morgan Gibbs-White, Guendouzi, Krejci of Wolves, who plays alongside Cucurella. What? Tau as well? This is such a bizarre team. How Knutson has still got a job, I will never understand. But there we go. They did finish in 5th place, though.
Yeah.
So after being relegated and coming back up, they finished in 5th place.
And got the FA Cup final.
And got to the FA Cup final. There we go. Fair enough. Didn't win the Europa League, unfortunately. Neither did we win the Carabao Cup. Liverpool won that one. But Europa League was won by Shakhtar, who beat Bournemouth.
You said about Bournemouth, didn't you?
Yeah. So Bournemouth have done very well there. Arda Turan as the manager of Shakhtar has taken them to the final. But let's see where I ended up finishing up. So the league phase, I finished in the top 4, so that's good. Lost 1 game in that against Union Saint-Gilloise. Drew to Trabzonspor and Red Star. 5 wins. Of course, my league fixtures weren't that bad. So the round of 16, that's when I was eliminated by Bournemouth.
And they finished 9th in that league.
Yeah. Typical. Quarter-final, that's where they beat Borussia Mönchengladbach. So this is a good semi-final, but Bournemouth beat Napoli and Shakhtar beat Liverpool on penalties. How bad is that?
Yeah.
That's really bad. Unai Emery's Liverpool, by the way. Crazy stuff. Not a bad season. How did you get on in the Champions League? Knocked out in the round of 16 by Porto.
I think you touched on it last season when you said I'm gradually getting
worse.
worse. Than that. Yeah. Oh, I can't believe I beat
1-0 on aggregate.
I lost to Porto, yeah.
Didn't play in the round of 6 in the knockout playoffs round side because you also finished 4th in your league phase. So lost to Dortmund away from home, drew to Lyon and won 6 fixtures there, even beating Barcelona 2-1 at home.
Yeah, some good results there. I'm disappointed with that, really. Really disappointed.
Especially when Porto finished down in 19th, didn't have the best time there, scraping through.
I mean, when you win the league and you win the cup in that season, you're doing really well. So
yes, at least a quarter final.
Yeah, you got to be there or thereabouts. So I don't know, the team spirit must have been really high doing that well, but then you get knocked out. So
maybe that's why you won the league, though.
Yeah, it could well be.
I mean, at the end of the season, you had a couple of bad results here. The Leeds, West Ham, and Spurs sort of 3 in a row.
Yeah,
but around that, I mean, you're doing all right. There's some obviously Porto eliminated you. You were still dropping points. Man United, Bournemouth.
I must have been a long way in front because I'm dropping silly points there as well after that. So I'll take that though.
All right, well, squad-wise then, let's have a look to see where the damage was done. Santiago Castro with 22 goals. Elise got 19 and 18. Great signing.
Wow, that's what's won me the league, I feel. And you got Anthony Gordon scoring 18 goals as well. So the 2 wingers, they've just done their business for them, and I've just let it go between the 2 strikers then, really.
Yeah, Geertrude getting 15 assists, Lewis Hall getting 13 assists, Livramento getting 10.
Yeah.
So fullbacks are really playing a big part in your formation, which is good to see. But your money next season, £151 million with a massive wage budget as well.
Wow.
How am I supposed to catch this? Let's have a look at the Sunderland side then, because although we didn't manage to win anything, I still think we performed quite well. Francolino got 19 goals. Saeed El Mala got 16 and 6. Kankirchu, new signing, 11 and 8. Chris Rigg, 10 goals, 14 assists. Look at the development as well on Chris Rigg. Wow.
You said you wanted to get some yellows in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot in there now.
That was a good lock-in.
Physicals is really good.
Yeah. solid
really
player
good.
now.
Yeah.
He'll easily just automatically go into the team unless I sign 3 world-class players, but I can't see us doing that. And Talby got 19 assists, but only 2 goals. That man is unbelievably selfless.
Yeah.
But every time I've had him in a side, he has been really good, the Moroccan, so really, really good. But they are only giving me £43 million, not a scratch on the 150 plus £1.5 million wage that you've got going into season number 5. But let's have a look at the points. Season 4 points are Megalook with 0 and Dad with 10. Meaning the total points are Megalook with 4 and Dad with 20.
My key signing for the final season cost me 145 million. The Turkish attacking midfielder Gerler will slot in on the left-hand side of my midfield.
My key signing is Melvin Bard, a left wing back that cost me less than £20 million, but will become great attacking threat for me down that left-hand side now that I'm introducing fullbacks again. Yes, Dad, after 2 seasons getting rid of my fullbacks, we're bringing them back.
Yep.
So my 3 signings, all fullbacks. We've got Kellen Fisher, who can play both sides, so we've signed him from Leicester, an English fullback as well, so he's not too bad. And you notice they can all play wing-backs, and that's the reason why. So then we got this guy who's got blue hair, Andre Ratiu, who we got from PSG, Romanian, very fast. He can play down that right-hand side. And then, of course, Melvin Bard, who was my key signing, the most expensive. Oh, no, actually, Kellen Fisher was most expensive. £16.5 million, the better of the 3 in that left wing back role. So yeah, bringing fullbacks back, and we're going into this. We're going into a tactic I've really enjoyed recently, the 3-4-3 with wide forwards overlapping centre back.
Yeah.
In the Spurs video that I did not so long ago, now that obviously Thomas Frank's been sacked, you might actually watch that one because not a lot of you did. But I really utilised the overlapping centre-back with Mickey van der Ven. And I'm utilising it here because Mukiele's quite a good player going forward. That overlapping centre-back role is so good, especially with the advanced wing-backs. So I'm bringing it back. We've got a 5-2-3 sort of out of possession striker type of out of possession there with a wide outlet on the left, just a plain winger on the right. But the new signings with Melvin Bard and Fisher going in at fullbacks, I think that's quite a good way to go. We've got a good option down there who can fill in with a few players who can do quite a few of the fullback roles. So we're all right for the amount of players that we have brought in, considering we got rid of all of our fullbacks. But Dad, speaking of which, by the way, we're in the season 5. Thank you very much for getting the season 5 crew. You're bloody legends.
Yeah.
Let us know down in the comments if you are part of the season 5 crew. But this time round, Dad, more than one player came in for you because we've got Philip Jorgensen coming in from Chelsea, £25 million goalkeeper.
I felt I just needed another sort of goalkeeper coming in just to sort of, I think I lost my reserve goalkeeper, so I've got a sort of a good reserve keeper in.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure. Bear in mind, the main player I bought was from midfield. That was the only position I felt I really could improve. The rest of the positions, I was putting players there that can, if I get any injuries, can take over. This guy, I know I've used him so many times. He can be good.
Yeah.
If you play him, if you get him 2-3 years earlier, he becomes absolutely brilliant. He's good now, but he won't get in my first team.
No.
But it's good if I have injuries. My midfield player, the person I bought it for the midfielder, that's the position I was mainly going for. That's the position I've improved. That's the position. He'll be a first team player for me. That's where I spent my money. So I have done it again. I've spent most of my money on one player, but I had spare money left over, so I just filled the squad.
Stop waffling and say his bloody name.
I knew you was going to bring it. That's why I kept
I was
on going on.
just waiting. I thought, is he going to say it? We're all waiting for him. Everybody's there. We're looking at their TV squad. Just say the name. Say the name.
I've been practicing this. You ready?
Go on then.
Francesco.
Nope, that bit's wrong anyway.
Francesco. Frank.
Yeah. You do like Franks?
I do like Franks. And to me, I'll always call this guy Frank from now on.
Come on.
Here we go. Espetito.
Close, actually. Quite good. Normally you say Tito instead of Cito, but you actually got it right there.
Right, yeah.
There we go.
I've been practicing.
Yeah. Well done. Keep with the same tactic. You
Yes,
just won the league.
I've got to keep the same tactic. Won the league, won the FA Cup, so I'm not going to change that.
Gerler goes in the centre midfield left position.
Gerler goes right in, so I'm looking at now.
Left-footed, so it makes sense.
What a midfield I've got now. I've got a world-class midfield. 2 wingers out of this world as well. I can't go wrong. 2 sort of wing backs, 2 probably the best in the league as well at this time.
Yeah.
So I've got a hell of a side really. So that one signing, a lot of money on it again. 3 seasons in a row, I spent a lot of money on one player each time, but they're all in that team.
You haven't started the season very well though. Lost 5-0 to Liverpool. Now, the points, as we explained at the end of last season, was 4-20. You might think, what's the point in watching it, Luke? Dad's 16 points ahead unless you win the bloody treble and everything, which is possible, of course.
Yeah.
However, when Dad's built up such a good team like this, if he does bad, it's a -10 if he gets sacked. And then all I've got to do is just do something, and I could actually come away and win this. And when I seen you get battered 5-0 at Anfield, lose the Community Shield, draw to Bournemouth, scrape a 4-1 win against Nottingham Forest, I thought, hey, the sacking could be on.
It ain't looking good, is it?
The sacking could be on. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, if there is a sacking and I somehow miraculously win a couple of trophies, I could win this.
I'm just looking at the Forest result now and thinking, looking at the persons who scored the goals as well, I'm thinking, I'm up and going again now.
Okay.
The boys are up and going now. Mansfield, a nice easy game right after as well. So just to keep this sort of spirit going again and on the run. So I'm not panicking just yet.
All right, well, your Champions League run is a lot harder. You got Real Madrid, Inter Milan, Leipzig could be tricky, Atletico Madrid again, Zagreb and Shakhtar at the end there. But yeah, it starts off a lot harder.
I've had Atletico Madrid every season.
Every season you've been in the Champions League. Yeah, which is crazy. Let's have a look at the start of my season here in the northeast with Sunderland. Now, I've had a bad result too against Arsenal, but it's only 3-2 away from home, and they do have Victor Osimhen as their new striker. So they have binned off Victor Gyökeres.
Yeah.
Because he's crap. Arsenal, I very much doubt I've got any Arsenal fans that ever watch this anymore.
No, I don't think you have.
Just refuse to. But we did qualify for the Europa Conference League. Oh, interesting. Because if Dad does get sacked and I win the Europa Conference League, that's 15 points turnaround that I really could do with, because I'm 16 points behind. Beat Young Boys 4-0, 2-3, so very good. And beat Everton 5-1. Let's have a look, though, at the Europa Conference League group. Annoyingly, AC Milan's in it, which is a bit like, what are you doing in here?
Yeah.
Against all of these Wi-Fi passwords. We're joking. But there are some names that I've never heard of. So,
yeah, definitely.
I mean, Budućnost from Montenegro. Again, a lot of the reason why I like this is because you see some names that even I, who have played Football Manager for years and years, have never seen some of these. Shknegia from Macedonia.
I'm not even going to start trying to pronounce any of those names.
No, they've even got ones where the badges are crazy. Viking FC, yeah. So
I'm alright with that name.
I'm excited because this could be one where we might win it, but then there's just a couple of teams in there that I'm like, why do you have to be in here?
Yeah.
The likes of Sociedad, the likes of AC Milan. I'm wondering, what are you doing in here? Why do you have to be in here? So we could still, and they've got Joelinton, who's just left your club.
Yes, he. I tried to sign him give him an extra year on his contract. Wasn't interested. So all you Newcastle fans who are playing, what happened to Joelinton? There you go. He didn't. Well, not an extension to his contract. And he went on a freebie. I tried. He gave me a season's notice that he was going to go next season, and I tried re-signing him. Not interested.
And he might cost me in the Europa Conference League.
Yeah, he could well do. Yeah.
All right, so let's see the league fixtures that I've got to play in the Europa Conference League. Casapia, but Policia. I should be going through. FCSB, Batumi. Those are the only 6. So, yeah, I should go through. It's just then if I avoid AC Milan and can get to the final.
So, basically, all I'm going to do is make sure I don't get sacked.
If you don't get sacked, you might be all right. Let's find out then. Season number 5. Can Dad survive and not get sacked? Can I pull off the miracle? Let's find out. Well, Dad, you didn't get sacked, unfortunately. But if I was your boy, I would have.
I should have been there, nearly 20 points behind Arsenal.
I can't believe I finished in second place, though. And look at the end of my season. Was absolutely dreadful. Yes. Terrible end of the season.
Well, you're 2, 4, 6, 9 points you lost there.
Yeah, and I was 10 points behind Arsenal, so it would have made that much of a difference. I lost 8 games, lost to you in one of them.
The worst thing about that is you lost 8 games, the same as Arsenal as well.
Yeah. But I also beat you 2-0. So I do get a point for that, as well as finishing above you, which is great. So that's lovely. However, did I go on and win it? I bloody did! Get in! Against Craiova. The Romanian side Craiova. Yes! So Chris Rigg was playing up front. Don't ask why. Don't know what happened to Francolinho. But Chris Rigg was playing. He's quite a good striker, to be fair. But yeah, Chris Rigg was playing up front, weirdly.
You're not going to argue when you win, are you?
No. But the semi-final did beat AC Milan.
Great result there. We deserved to win then. You beat the best team probably in there.
Knocked out the best team in there. And Real Sociedad along the way.
I wouldn't be surprised if AC Milan came top of the group in the league basis.
Probably, yeah. Or myself. Hibernian as well in the round of 16. League phase, there we go. I was top. 6 from 6. So not bad at all. They actually only won 4 of their games and they drew 2. Tromsø and Sun. I deserved to win that.
You deserved to win it, yeah?
Deserved. Didn't win anything else, though, unfortunately. The FA Cup was won by Everton. Spurs won the Carabao Cup, which means the only thing you could have won, Dad, was the Champions League. And the winner of that was Real Madrid. Actually, no, it's still to be played. It's Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. So you might still be able to celebrate.
Get out of it. I know I love Harry Kane, but I don't like Bayern Munich.
But there we go. So, Dad, bad season in the end, to be honest.
Yes.
Santiago Castro still scoring the most goals.
24 goals, yeah. Gordon's still doing well. Michael Olise done well.
I would have locked in Voltemada just because whenever he did play, he got more goals per games. Olise was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was a good buy for me. I mean, Anthony Gordon, consistent over the 5 seasons I was there as well. So the 2 wingers, I mean, Michael Olise was the winger, but you can't argue with that, can you, really? So,
but if you want to take over the Safe Game File, it'll be made available on Patreon. If you take over Dad's Newcastle side, you get £128 million plus a decent enough wage budget to carry things on. So you might have fun with that. Maybe it's because you want to steal the tactic that did so well for him for the last couple of seasons. But if you were to look at my Sunderland team, who finished in 2nd place. Francolino did score 30 goals this season. Very good. Saeed El-Mala, 19 and 16 as well. Not bad at all. Even my right wing back with blue hair scored 16 goals and got 11 assists. Crazy.
Yeah.
Kircher and Talby did well as well.
I think it's 2 good squads, so you can take over.
Yeah.
You could have a real interesting sort of like challenger ready for yourself, couldn't you?
We've built quite a nice little team here in Sunderland. £45 million. So let us know if you do take that over. Patreon.com/MegaLukeGaming or the YouTube channel members. If you are a YouTube channel member, you can take this on and might be able to watch the video early as well, depending on when it came out. Or just videos in general sometimes come out early. Apparently, according to the squad planner, I have 11 position issues. That seems like a bit of a bug to me because there's no way that with 25 players in my squad I have 11 squad issues. That's just not gonna happen, unfortunately. I don't think so. There we go. But the recent updates come out, which means I don't have the skin on it anymore.
You got goalkeepers and they reckon the poor ability in the keepers that you've got.
Yeah, even though I've got Restes and goal.
Come on.
There we go, but never mind. Let's have a look at the final points tally. Season 5 points are Mega Luke with 7 and Dad with 1, meaning the total points are Luke with 11 and Dad with 21. There we go, 11 to 21. So he did beat me by 10 in the end. Bit of a difficult thing. I started off really poorly.
You had ours. Yeah.
Couple of relegation scraps. That was what cost me, really. It took me a while to get things going. Really, it was buying a striker. It wasn't until I got Francolino where I actually started competing in this.
One season you already scored any goals at all. You didn't manage to survive. But
so that's what
cost me.
It was
a good challenge. It was a good challenge. I bet you Geordies really loved it. So
yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people have been asking for it, so there it is. And it was a good one.
Yeah. Next week, we have another 10 season one coming out. So make sure you do subscribe. And why not check out this 10 season one that we did using the retro database with Spurs and Manchester United.